All right, friends, here it is. I'm back. First things first. This is not the best shirt for video, but it's comfortable and it's warm. And being that I'm still deep in my recovery, still on blood thinners, because after they let me out of the surgery, I had a blood clot in my brain. I'm cold, so I'm gonna changing my shirt at some point today. But here we are. We're just a 10-minute chart. I want to jump down to a 30-second chart, and then I want to take my high frequency trade filter and I want to match it to my chart. 30 seconds. Hit OK, and then I want to get rid of this. Get to the end of the chart here. I'm going to pick these up, make this big enough that everyone can see, and we're going to move this here a little bit out of the way, and we're going to discuss the rules. What are the rules? The rules are pay attention to your SMAX and then find a matching signal on the LMAX. And right now there is no signal, and ignore price action. Those of you who are more interested in learning more deeper, we can talk. I'll refer to the VMAX somewhat, but the bulk of this information is in the mentoring. We got the VMAX. I've been trading on this thing for about 3 years, and I realized that, my understanding of the VMAX is a longer, deeper learning curve. So I developed, with the help of AI, the SMAX, and then I realized that the SMAX was a bit slower than what I could interpret on the VMAX. So I brought the LMAX again as an iteration. This is separate. So we got VMAX, SMAX, LMAX. This is the easier fast track. The SMAX LMAX combination is a fast track. So we'll talk about that. For instance, there's information that I can see on the VMAX that I can't see necessarily on the SMAX or the LMAX. Excuse me, those of you who know, who've seen some of my videos, my eye is acting up. All right, this line here is irrelevant. I can move this. This is not a target line. This is just where I put this. It's an overriding, so you can see it almost. You can see it first. It's a reminder of their priorities. Now, a minute ago, I said there was things I could see with the VMAX. One of those things that I could see was that the downside of the market was narrowing, and then we were in the oversold territory, which is a good sign that you can keep your eyes open for a reversal. It's not a guaranteed floor. That I could see all of that. I could see all that here, and there's that bump. But you have to learn all that, right? You have a business to run. So maybe right now you don't you want this thing to be easy right now. And then you want to be able to start creating a return for you, right? As you eventually get around to understanding and learning how this works. So for now, we're gonna stay with this simple, blue. There we go. Buy. We're gonna take that buy. We're 13 ticks in profit. Now we gotta get a take profit. I said I want to make $60, and my stop loss would be 180. 3 times 180. You're like, what are you talking about, Liam? Well, that puts me kind of puts me just past this zone here. Now, best practice. Wait till the second candle before you get a signal, because that second candle obviously was weaker than that first candle. Might have been a better evidence of, this drawdown, and then we changed. See, but now here's the thing is, we don't know yet, right? Now, The one thing I forgot to do is I'm sitting here looking like 58 bucks. That's a long move for 58 bucks. Well, that's because I lowered my position size from I've been trading 4 times this position size the last week. It's been a minute since I traded the small position. But this is good for, this is probably where you're going to start, right? So this is a slow burn because you got to learn, right? All right. That's an hourly alert in Bitcoin telling me that the hourly is to the sell side, right? So now, inside of an hour, there's lots of oscillation. Now, what I'm seeing on the VMAX right now is this point right here was higher than that last stop. So that means that there's a little more pressure to the upside. And we saw that on this orange candle, right? Now, we got to wait and see if we get, all right, we still have a condensation on the upside. So that may be that the market's narrowing to the top side, which if we extend out here, now we're in profit. Like I said, we're 5 ticks up right now, 13 ticks. Now, 10 of those ticks are pure profit, right? 19 ticked, that's 20. Check my position. I'm going to go minus 10. Confirm. Now I'm guaranteed to, no matter what, I'm guaranteed to make those 10 ticks if the market switches around. All right, now I'm going to bump that up to protect. I'm going to give it a little more, 15. Now I'm guaranteeing 15 of those ticks. Now I got 12 ticks of play. And now I got my 58 bucks, right? All right. And that's how it happens when you're a beginner. I matched this blue line with those blue triangles. Now I saw a lot of other stuff, but that's for those of you who are seriously want to learn this. We'll get into it for sure. I call it mentoring 101. It's a no-brainer.